where we spread love and positivity. We always tell you that this channel is about the positive vibes and love. And we really appreciate the new subscribers, the returning subscribers, the keyboard reactors, those that are commenting down below, those that are telling us what we are actually requiring them to clarify, those that are clarifying for us and telling us a lot about Jamaica, about Haiti, about the people we are talking about. We really appreciate. We appreciate you so much, and we always, every day, pray for you. That may the Lord bless you, may the Lord enlarge you, may the Lord keep you, may the Lord shield you, may the Lord protect you together with your family. We don't take it for granted, guys, and we really appreciate. Thank you so much. Now, today, we are going to go all the way, drums, all the way up to St. Mary. Guys, we all thought that the Mango was coming back to Kenya. And not really coming back to Kenya, but we thought he was going out of Jamaica. And most of us were actually sad. I could see in the comment section, all of us were sad, and for sure, I was also sad because I want to see a lot about Jamaica. But we were very happy when we realized the Mango was not going out of Jamaica. She was actually going to a parish we call St. Mary in the countryside. I was so happy, by the way, to know that I'm going to tell you a lot about the countryside in Jamaica. We have seen a lot about Kingston and Trenchtown, and now we wanted to see what happens to the Jamaicans that live in the countryside. And that is where the Mango is right now. And I'm bringing you updates of the city we call, not really the city, here in Kenya we call them cities, but in Jamaica they are called parishes. So we are bringing to you news about St. Mary Parish. Before we go to that, I want to really say, sometimes the Mango surprises us. Guys, how many people has the Mango supported in their channels? They are countless. Just like the brother Marwa, this woman is actually out there to uplift the lives of people. Look at what she did to Esther. Esther didn't have a channel, and when the Mango arrived in Esther's house, she decided to start a channel for Esther and actually buy for her the camera and the equipments that are required for Esther to shoot videos. Kino, we cannot say that Kino has not actually benefited from the Mango's presence in Jamaica. He has grown his channel. Look at this lady they were with, called who? Is it Essie, the farmer? Something like that. That lady is actually, the Mango is really giving her a lot of shout outs. Look at this guy who was in Cayman Island, Holy Fire 777. And there was another lady who came in a vehicle when the Mango was in Cayman Island. All those people, their channels have grown to greater heights because of the shout outs given by the Mango. A selfless woman, a lady who is out there to give back, just like she was shown the way by Marwa and bought the cameras by Marwa and read into YouTube by Marwa. She's now giving out, recruiting so many people in this platform we call YouTube. Do you know, guys, there are so many people with very huge channels who cannot even agree to give you their minute so that you can grow your channel. We have seen Dee doing a lot in other people's channel. And not even that. We saw her when she went to a farm. There is this farm she went to, and she was telling this gentleman, why don't you start a YouTube channel? There was this also young man, is it Jesse? I can't remember the name of the young man they have gone with in St. Mary. She's actually giving shout outs for them. And that is why I said, the Mango can never stop surprising us with her goodness, with her ability to touch people's lives. It is so epic. I keep on using the word epic because I get surprised by what this woman can do. The other thing that I realized about the Mango is that Congrats' mom, who is the Mango's mom, has done a great job. Did you see the mango? The mango will not go to people and just sit there and wait for them to do the stuff. When she arrived in St. Mary, she started preparing firewood, breaking firewood, the way she has been shown by Cograt's mom. And when they went to the farm and they were given a banana, she was ready to carry the ribs for the goats. She will do work, the work you are doing. When she finds you cooking, she will cook with you. When she finds you cultivating, she will do it with you. When she finds you doing stuff, she will be there to do it herself. And this is what I love about her. She's not these people who are lazy, who want to show us that they are born town, they are born in town, they don't want to touch countryside work. She will go down, take what is it called? An axe, and cut that firewood. She will go to the shamba or to the, what do you call it? In Kenya we call it shamba. To the rag where they have planted things. She will go there and pick what? Pick ribs for the cows and the goats. She will go to the pen, to the goat pen, and clean just like she does in her home in Nyambohanse. She's a very, very hardworking woman, down to earth, ready to do anything in the society she finds herself in. She's ready to mingle, interact with the people she finds, and do what they are doing, and be able to actually even do more than the locals are doing. And that is the way. When you are a traveler, you must know how to mingle with the people, you must know how to interact with the people, you must know how to embrace people's culture, people's way of life. And that is what we have seen with Dimwago. And we really want to appreciate her, and that is why she has fitted so well in Jamaica. Because she does not wait for people to do things while she's seated claiming to be a visitor. She will wake up and do the things, she will wake up and help, she will wake up and do everything that is required to be done. And we really appreciate that kind of a character in her. We really do. Now, let us come from the Mwango and we go to Jamaica. Do you know, Jamaica never ceases to amaze me. I said the other day, and somebody was laughing at me, I said it's like God had really prepared himself when he was creating Jamaica. Do you know Jamaica is the land of plenty supply? Plentiful supply. Do you know Jamaica grows a lot of variety of things? Look at the land where the Mwango visited in St. Mary. There were all kinds of fruits. Some of them I don't even know them. Apple, the purple apple, the Jamaican apple. There was what they were calling the jackfruit. I've never seen it, by the way. The jackfruit. There were what else? Pineapples. There was what else? There was what else? There were a lot of fruits, and there was ackee. You know, in every land in Jamaica, there must be ackee. So there was ackee, there were bananas, there were maize, there were what else? What were they growing? And there was actually what? There was coconut trees. And I realized Jamaica is very productive in terms of coconut. Not even that, not just in that land. We have just put across what we saw in that land. And not to forget, there were some goats, a lot of goats. We went to SA farmers, and then we came back to this other farmer, and in both farms, there were goats. So I was actually wishing, I wish I was near. The way I love keeping of goats. And I could see they have raised their pens to a level that water cannot get in. The goats are very clean. The pen is very clean. And I was really saying, I wish I was near. I visit those farmers so that I can get a riff of how to do farming in Kenya. Not even that. Did you know? I know most of you know because you are Jamaicans. Jamaica produces the best coffee. Jamaica produces the best coffee. Jamaica has also sugarcane. I had forgotten that we had seen sugarcane in that farm. And I also saw some napier grass as they were walking around. And there is a lot of forest. There is a lot of wood in Jamaica. So I can actually say correctly without making an error that Jamaica is the land of plentiful supply. It never ceases to surprise us, and not even coffee. Did you know Jamaica has the best lamb? I hope I've spelled it good, because in my mother tongue, by the way guys, we don't have the difference between L and R. Mother tongue influence. I am a Kikuyu, and therefore we don't have a difference between R and L, and therefore I'm talking about R.A.M, the best beer. They brew the best beer, and therefore this is a land. I have not even mentioned the fishing taking place in Jamaica. Jamaica is the only country in the Caribbean that has got railway lines. I got that information and I got surprised. All the other Caribbeans do not have railway lines. It's only Jamaica. And we really appreciate learning and learning about Jamaica. We appreciate what we are learning about this country, because we would want to know so much about Jamaica. And not even that. When we went to the market, when the Mango was actually shopping, when they were on their way to St. Mary, we saw that Jamaica also grows sweet potatoes, yams. Do you know yams in Kenya? It's like it has completely gone. You cannot find yams. It's not very easy to get yams in Kenya. So I saw there are sweet potatoes, there are yams, there are potatoes, there are tomatoes, there are garlic. What else did I see? There was what we call piri hoho. I don't know what they are called in English. What do we call them? What are they called? Can you help me, my cameraman here? So there are those, what are they called? I have forgotten the name. So there is those that we call piri hoho. I saw them. They are onions. So Jamaica is a land of plentiful supply. And maybe I have forgotten some of the things that are grown in Jamaica. Please comment in the comment section below so that we can know what else is grown in Jamaica. Is there tobacco, by the way, in Jamaica? Maybe you can comment in the comment section below. Is there tea? Because in Kenya, we grow a lot of tea. I don't know whether in Jamaica there is tea. We also grow coffee in Kenya. I don't know whether there is coffee in Jamaica, so please tell us in the comment section below. We come from Jamaica, we come to Kino. We have seen that Kino, and just like all the Jamaicans that I have met so far, they are very hardworking. And Kino is very busy. Going from one house to the other, supplying them with goods. We saw him. He had gone to visit this Rasta man who had very long rastas. I think he was saying they are how many inches? He was actually putting them in his pocket. And therefore we saw Kino actually getting things and taking to different homes, supplying to people. And this is the work that Kino does. Kino does not rest. She was also constructing a house for one of the Dream Team members. Mother Teresa, I think the name is Mother Teresa. And he's so busy, and that is why we don't find him. Yesterday I answered that we don't find him so much with Dimongo, because Kino is a very busy man. He has a whole project or a whole company to run, the Dream Team, collecting items, taking to the different people in their homes, visiting them, observing how they are doing. There are some of them who are elderly. They need food. They need to be supplied with blankets. They need attention. So Kino is always a busy man. And I really salute this young man. He's doing a lot on the streets of Trenchtown. He's really uplifting the lives of people. I had shot a video showing how Kino is active and how he's helping the Jamaicans, the less fortunate Jamaicans. And this is all what the humans have been created to do. To touch the souls of others, to help others. And therefore we find Kino is very busy doing that. And we really appreciate the work you are doing, Kino. And we really appreciate the donors of the Dream Team. We really appreciate everyone that is making other people to smile, that is making other people to be happy, that is making other people to be comfortable. That is very, very important in this life we are living in. I said yesterday, we are remembered by the deeds we did for people, the hearts we touched, the tears we wiped, the sodas we gave people to cry on. That is what is remembered when we are no more. And therefore, we really appreciate what Kino is doing. And Kino continue doing the good job, continue touching the souls of the people in Trenchtown and everywhere else in Jamaica. We see you are doing a good job. Guys, nowadays I'll be shooting videos that are covering a lot of things. Today, I want us to go now all the way to Haiti. We go all the way to Haiti. And we want to appreciate our African empress, African tigress. You have done a wonderful, wonderful job to show us how Haiti is. And I said before African tigress went to Haiti, I thought that all the streets of Haiti are full of war, are full of gunshots, are full of dead bodies because of the stories that we hear in the media. But we thank God for African tigress for making herself to go all the way to Haiti so that she can make us understand what is happening on the ground. And I really want to appreciate one thing that she taught us, which I had not covered in the other video. She taught us the story, the history of the Haitian people. And I learned a lot from that. Imagine, I learned that Haiti had been colonized by the French. And the Haitians were very zealous. Actually, they were telling us Haiti was the first country in the whole world to attain independence. And it is the people of Haiti who fought their colonial masters and completely subdued them and sent them out of their land. And these masters were not happy. And therefore, I was so shocked, guys. I could not believe it. Actually, these masters, the French masters, told Haiti that because you have sent us away, you are going to pay us a debt. I can't remember how much it was, but that debt was paid for 400 years. 400 years. A small country paying debt to a country that is so developed. Imagine the unfairness in this world. And the debt is not something that Haiti had borrowed. I got a shock, guys, that the French people were telling Haiti, you people, you have freed yourself, and therefore we don't have slaves. We no longer have you as our slaves. And because you have freed yourself, you are going to pay us for freeing yourself. Have you ever heard that? Because you have liberated yourself, you're going to pay us. And the Haitians paid that debt for 400 years. Imagine, guys. This world can be so unfair. 400 years paying a debt you didn't borrow. And that debt, according to African tigress, it was twice. Is it twice or thrice the economy of Haiti? You are oppressing people who are already down. And you tell them to pay you a debt for freeing themselves, for liberating themselves, and becoming free country. And for sure, Haitians paid that debt for 400 years. Very, very sad. I don't know what is the connection. Maybe someone can actually tell us clearly. I don't know what is the connection between these colonial masters and what is happening right now in Haiti. Does it have something to do with what is happening now in Haiti? Number two, it is not all there. Actually, I came to learn in Jamaica, we have parishes. In Kenya, we have towns or cities. In Haiti, we have what we call departments. And in Haiti, there are 10 departments. And in these 10 departments, it's only one department, and not even all of it, that where the gangs are fighting. And that department is it Prince Port? Port-au-Prince. I think it's Port-au-Prince, the capital city of Haiti. I think so. And this is where the fight is. And it is not in all that department. It is in some parts of that department. And it is so unfortunate for the media people to go and tell us that Haiti is all smoke with war, where it is only one department that is actually where there is war. And I want to really thank this guy whom African Tigress is actually, he is hosting her and taking her out. I can't remember her channel. His channel is a bit complicated, but I'm going to tell you his channel because I would want this guy to grow so that he can spread the positive vibes of Haiti, can tell us the real story on the ground, can tell us what is happening on the ground. We need Haiti people to tell us the truth, not to hear news from other sources. Because I tell you, I was very, very mistaken by what I used to hear about Haiti. I am now running a lot about Haiti. And the streets they were walking in, I could see border borders. Border borders are motorbikes. And I also could see they are very comfortable. It is very developed. And the houses are fenced. Very beautiful houses. And I came to realize Haiti is beautiful. Some of the department, and I think they were in which department? Kindly remind me because I can't remember the name. The names of Haiti are a bit complicated, but I'm going to run them. So, I could see a very, very beautiful country with a lot of green, with a lot of trees, a lot of mountains, a lot of waters. Very, very beautiful country. And I want to tell Haiti people, you know, God is not a respecter of people. God is a miracle working God. God fights for his own. I want to encourage the Haitians that are watching us, just pray to God that one day your country will have peace. And we are praying together with you that we are going to see the peace of Haiti soon. And we are going to see Haiti developing from one level to the other. Because the Bible tells us we are going to grow from one level of glory to the other. And we prophesy that upon Haiti. That Haiti is going to grow from one level of glory to the other. Because God does not like oppression. God is against the oppression of the poor. And therefore, we are really, really putting you into prayer. We are really, really praying that God is going to liberate you, that people are going to be sober, they sit down and uplift their country, hold hands and unite and uplift each other. I wish the Africans, we can join hands with the Caribbeans and become one people. Just like Bob Marley, Marcus Garvey wanted one people. We unite and become one people who will hold hands. Even if I cannot reach Jamaica, I can pray for Jamaica. Even if I cannot reach Haiti, I can pray for Haiti. If you cannot arrive in Kenya, you can pray for Kenya. And even the other countries in Africa, we pray for each other. Because we are one people. When we are oppressed by others, we should not hate each other. We should not fight each other. We should not segregate each other. We should support each other with all the power and strength we have so that we can make a strong people that can overcome ups and downs. I saw a man that was being talked to by Old Maya, and that man was saying, I can see an Africa that is going to go beyond any other continent in the world. And that is the dream we have. That is the dream that Marcus Garvey had. That is the dream Bob Marley had. That is the dream our forefathers had. Africans, let us not become selfish. Caribbeans, let us not become selfish. Let us hold each other's hands and embrace each other and support each other so that we can be a people that is going to grow beyond what the others expect. I was so happy to see that Haiti is not all the departments where there is war. It's just one department, and we are praying that that one department will have peace. God will fight their battles, and peace is going to prevail in that department. encouragement. It is our prayer. Now, guys, before I wind up, I want to come back to Kenya. Sometimes you see things, and I'm one person that sees something and it really affects me, because I would want to see people having a good life, people being happy. There is this lady in Kenya we call Manzi wa Kibera, and I was asking, she was hosted by one of the Kenyan YouTuber, a very big YouTuber with more than 300,000 subscribers, called Obina Show. And in the Obina Show, this lady was being interviewed. And I didn't think that this woman was okay. She kept on crying, and she kept on talking about her nyash. And she was saying that she's her, whatever, that one I've mentioned. You know, in Kenya, we don't mention those things very easy. We don't have that culture of mentioning those things without feeling guilty. So she was saying her nyash, whatever it is an implant. It has been implanted. And as she was saying, her value is in that nyash. And I wondered, when are women going to realize that men are not the solution, not the only, let me talk about only solutions in their lives? When are women going to work without looking upon that I can do something in my body and make someone do this for me? We are supposed to respect our bodies. We are supposed to honor our bodies. We are supposed to value ourselves. And if you don't value yourself, then that someone will not value you. Actually, in that interview, Obina was really harsh on her because of the way she was talking. I was also feeling bad and saying, what is this woman talking about? At first, this lady had taken an old man, who was, I think, 60, almost 70 years. Almost her grandfather. And she had lived with this man, and then the man passed on. And she was crying that she was not allowed access to bury this man. This man had a family. And therefore the family is the one that took the body and buried. And this girl is claiming she was denied access to bury this man. And I was saying, I think sometimes when we become too selfish, we fail to see the real things. And therefore, my advice to Manzi wa Kibera, if you can happen to see this video, I can tell you, you are valuable. You don't have to lower your dignity that you rely on other people for your life to succeed. You can succeed on your own. You don't have to repair your body and implant things on your body so that you can impress a category of people that do not value you. They will just use you and dump you. Just respect yourself, do the right thing, and God is going to bless you. God is going to enlarge you. Now you are crying in the social media. You are staying in a 2,500 house. That, guys, is about $2. I think even it's $1.5. A house worth $1.5, and you are doing all that to your body so that you can attract men that are going to give you money. Then what is happening? Just like Obina was asking you, why are you not having money to live in a better house, to live in a better environment? Because the devil is a liar. The devil's work is to steal, kill. So the minute you realize that, you're going to wake up, work with your own hands, approve to yourself, forget about people helping you, and stand on your own two legs. And like I have told you, God is going to enlarge you. God is going to bless you. God is going to work miracles for you. Do not lower your dignity for anyone. It's not worth. And guys, I think I will stop at that because that was by the way. And therefore, see you during the next video. God bless, God protect you.